video with me today because I wouldn't have been able to find him, but he wouldn't have found me either. Yeah, I got it with me. I didn't leave it to pick up.
Hey, you could have left your handheld with me.
Anyway, I'll call you tomorrow, and that way you can tell me what's up with the truck. You can look at it then. I'm cool as beans now. I even got to ride to work tomorrow.
Making a YouTube video, dude.
With my cellular voice, huh?
Oh man. YouTube video of the Causeway. We'll put it on YouTube tonight.
Is it gonna be voice?
Yeah, probably. So I guess that means you're on it.
What you gonna name it? Anthony and Joe's New Orleans trip.
No, I do this
Put
stuff.
up underneath that Party Rock song.
No, I do this every now and then. I got a YouTube site. If I get bored driving down the road, well, people ain't from here. I'll show them what it looks like down here.
That water's nice.
Yeah,
Let me see it. I like how the sky's got the different color effect on the other side, all the way around. That water looks like it's just got like a rainbow effect to it, kind of.
Really? I thought that was just a stitch of Bogalusa.
It is.
You know, from the paper mill
That
up
ain't
there.
small. I mean, that ain't fog. That's smog.
Right?
They got a fish in there 25 foot long after all the stuff that's happened with this Lake Pontchatrain in the past 5 years. They probably got a half alligator, half snake in there.
Probably. All that BP oil spill and your paper mill dumping stuff into the Pearl River. It draining into the lake. Then we got all that crap from the Mississippi River draining into the lake coming from up north. Oh yeah, I bet.
Well, you know, that ain't all good photos. It's probably there. You know, another thing to do when you cross over that Pearl River Bridge from Oksenholt from Causeway.
Yeah.
It's creek on the right and on the left. When you take oxygen out of the water, like what happened when it killed the fish, that's what happened. It was starving from oxygen. And that black stuff got in there. Them trees have been eroded.
Oh.
Yeah, they're dying. Because when you take oxygen from the water and it's going to the trees, you're killing the trees too. That's just the myth.
Well, water is hydrogen to oxygen. Yeah.
Boy, you know they're going to be paying a lot of money off of that.
Oh yeah.
Especially if they have to get a local company in there.
Especially if it's somebody's private property up and down there too.
Both got houseboat clinics in there too. Yeah, that ain't me.
Somebody's going to get paid. I love how when I worked at BP oil spill, after, you know, we were independent contractors. We were employees, but we were independent contractors, you know. That's so they didn't have to take any taxes out on us, all that crap. A company called Aerotech, which this is how it worked. BP contracted this company called Clean Harbors, clean up the oil spill. Clean Harbors contracted this several companies, one of them being Aerotech, which is the one I work for. They had ROI or something like that. Then they had some Mexican, a whole bunch of Mexicans come in there. Then they had something else, 5 or 6, 7 other companies in this one site over in Pascagoula. And, you know, it was all Clean Harbors contract. Well, after they had contracted us to do the work, I don't know, do you watch WDSU News at all? Channel 6 here in New Orleans?
I don't hardly watch the news at all anymore.
Well, investigative reporter, and I can't think of the feller's name, went down to Grand Isle, and BP safety guys or whatever told him to get off the beach. He told him, excuse you, but this is a public beach. You are not the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Department. You will not tell me to get off this beach. That's just all there is to it. You cannot censor the media, and you will not censor the media. He's recording this thing. It's about 3 minutes long. It's on YouTube. You can actually go look it up. WDSU BP oil spill in Grand Isle. Now, after that little incident, they tried to make us all sign a contract or sign a paper stating that, you know, we'll be courteous to the public, we'll, you know, respect private property and all of which, you know, common sense, common courtesy. I have no problem with it, you know. I have no problem at all with it. But what gets me is they said you will not discuss with local residents what's going on here. You will not, and you will not tell the media what's going on here. I stood up and I said, wait a minute. I called the supervisor over there. I said, you listen here, right here and now. I said, you're going to tell me I can't tell my friends and my family and my relatives and my neighbors what's going on when I guarantee you I live closer to the affected waters than anybody in this tent. They says, yeah. I said, I got news for you. I live half a block off the beach in Biloxi. You're not going to tell me what I can and cannot say. It ain't going to happen. I don't care who you are. I don't give a damn. You know? Well, you're just going to have to sign it. I said, no. I said, my contract is already in effect. I have already started a contract with you. You cannot change the rules to a contract already in place, and you cannot discipline me for refusing to change the contract while it's already in place. I said, if you do, I'm going to see you in court on overbreach of contract. I said, I will sign, but I will omit what I don't want to do. And I have that right under my contract, which I read thoroughly. They said, well, what do you mean? I said, this part about me not talking to anybody about what goes on, guess what? Strike out, omit my initials and date. Now I'll sign it.
You know, whenever I went to that tow company,
and they looked at me and they said, well, damn, this redneck knows the law. And they didn't say another word to me.
you know, when that tow company come after me, you know what I did?
What's that?
I counted $104. I thought I did.
Yeah.
I counted a 10 as a 20.
Oops.
I had $96. And Mike helped me with the rest. Because I called him and I asked him, I told him I really didn't want to call and ask him because I wanted to give me another.
Yeah, I got you.
Boy, that's
Well, dude, I figured you might need some more cigarettes. That's why I got some money out of the bank. I'd help you out with it, brother. I got you.
I need to call my aunt a little bit. She's probably worried sick about me. I ain't talked to her all day long because I didn't want her to get worried either. She's 73 years old. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be cool. That wouldn't be right at all.
on a regular camera
Yeah.
without voice?
Well, depends on if there's a microphone attached or not.
Well, see, because my digital camera don't have a voice option on it.
Yep.
How do you post it on YouTube? Is what I want to know.
Just upload it to your computer.
Have to create an account and all that.
Yeah, and it can't, can't violate the terms of service and all that good stuff, I try not to cuss on mine. Kind of try to keep my videos G-rated as much as possible. I got a lot of ham radio videos on mine, I'll
Yeah, I
show
saw
them to
some of
you.
them ones that you first done.
That's right, you did, didn't you?
Yeah. You was under the influence, Causeway.
No, I never did none of those.
Yeah, you did.
Out of YouTube, did I?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I remember doing one under W6CSA. But,
Well, that was before you moved to New Orleans, when you were still in Biloxi.
well, dude, I only moved to New Orleans in May, in June.
Well, it might have been before you moved to the other place before New Orleans then.
I didn't move to another place before New Orleans.
I thought you went down before like St. Francisville or somewhere.
No, we never lived down there, man.
Well, where was you at? I know you didn't leave before you moved to New Orleans anywhere?
I mean, I did, but a couple of years ago, I went to Neshoba County, Mississippi.
That's where it was at.
But I never, did a YouTube video. No, I never once did a YouTube video before I had this, because I just, decided to start doing it. And I've got some on there like this, like I'm doing right now, traveling videos. I've got, most of my videos are either this or ham radio. And I've got some that'll make people mad. I've got some that'll educate people. I'd like to say I've got a pretty fair mix on there.
You cross band with this thing. It's pretty simple or hard.
I hadn't figured it out. I knew how to crossband on my 590,
Yeah.
but I've never tried to crossband on that. To be honest with you, I've never had a reason to. Never once had a reason to. Although it would be cool. I'm starting to have second thoughts about selling that radio to you.
Don't worry about it. Don't buy me one.
It's a fine radio, man. I mean, not that I don't want your 718. It's just that I'm having second thoughts about selling that to you because I've wanted one for so long that and that's the second time I've owned that particular radio.
I might just buy me one of these brand new and give me a few 2-meter 440 radio and then transmit on 440 to this.
You got a 2-meter 440 handheld.
That daggone thing is a tri-band. It ain't just a 2-meter 440. It's a 2-meter 440 and 6-meter.
That does 6 meters?
Yeah, MM.
5 watts on 6?
Yeah.
What you ought to get is an 817, I'm telling you. Get you an FT 817, you'll love that thing. Trust me. Trust me, you will love it.
He's a black guy named Mike, and he's at every ham fest that I see. He's got kind of like really big bushy hair. You know what I'm talking about? In New Orleans. He's always around another black guy at the ham fest.
Wait a minute, I may have seen him at the Slidell Ham Fest.
Yeah. Because he kept looking at that 940 I had.
I should have got that 940 from him. That's another fine radio.
The capacitor put out new thing right after I got rid of it.
That ain't no good.
Well, they've been
like it had any problems when I heard you on the air with it on 75 meters. It sounded like you had any problems at all with it.
How you gonna pay your light bill Friday if you ain't got your truck back yet? I said, I'm gonna take that tanker truck up to the store and pay it. Boss man on the store that you can pay your light bill at, why not? And if it's on my way out, it's gonna be paid. It ain't gonna be turned off.
There you go.
I tell him I gotta stop to eat. I ain't nothing. Can't protect me, but light bill, be broke.
I would say get on with this company. This company is, yeah. I'll tell you about that when I quit recording. I'm just a little bit peeved at the moment.
Well, I had enough to buy me a whole carton of these doggone things until I stumped my toe and had to call the tow truck.
Well, Paul would have got you where you had to go.
Yeah. See, I didn't know if Mike would have waited or not.
Probably not. He may have. Being that it's you, he probably would have.
Yeah.
But you know, he's got a life too. You know.
Right. He gets tired too.
Yeah. There's the last crossover.
Ain't nobody talking on there, is there?
No, not on 86 or on 444 700. That 700 machine is strong over here. 440. Let's see, key it up.
Yep, you can key it up.
I know I can key it up.
That's a good antenna there.
Let's see. W6CSA mobile on the Causeway. You got your leg like right on top of the speaker. That's the way I got it set up.
Oh, okay.
It does get louder. That's all the way up.
That's pretty good from as far away as we are too.
Yeah, that does 35 watts out on 70 centimeters. It does on 2 meters. It does 45. No, it does 50 watts on 2, and on 440 it does 35 watts.
And I think that it's a half wave on 2 meters on that antenna and a quarter wave on 440.
No,
Or it might be the other way around.
no, it's a little long. Be a half wave on, a quarter wave on either one. It's got both half waves. I had a workman that was just like it, workman antenna. That thing worked like gangbusters.
I got that antenna from a friend of mine that used to be a mechanic for the state police before he passed away.
Is that the one that?
True Bell.
That's the one that I got that gave you the 220 radio I bought from you.
Yeah. You mean the 440 radio?
No, the 220. It's 2 meter 220. That TM631.
Yeah, that was him.
That was a fine radio too. Only time I ever got to talk on 220, I talked to one guy here locally, well in Ocean Springs locally, who worked Simplex FM because he needed 222 megahertz for EM50, and I was the only guy he had worked in EM50 on 220. So he was like, man.